So in this short video, we're going to talk about how we can build large molecules called macromolecules. So here, the word macro actually means large, which is the opposite of micro, which would mean tiny. So like in microbiology, you're studying small things like bacteria. So in this unit, we're going to look at macromolecules or large molecules. But first, let's go ahead and see how do we build large molecules. So there's like two key vocabulary words here. We have what's called a monomer and what's called a polymer. So mono means one and poly means many. So the question becomes how do we build these large molecules, right? Well, we have what's called monomers. So monomer is one single unit or a single building block. So these are small individual molecules. So for example, if I were to make a necklace and out of beads, one single bead would be the monomer, and then the polymer would be the chain of all of those beads repeating. So if I were to make a necklace or a bracelet, the idea here though is on that chain, on that necklace or bracelet, it's a bead, a bead, a bead, a bead. Now the beads could be different, but it's still a bead every time in a long chain. So mono is one, the monomer is a bead, and polymer is the chain, repeating beads over and over and over and over again. So another example would be like Christmas lights, for example. So if you had one single light bulb, that would be your monomer. And then a strand of Christmas lights would be your polymer. On that string of Christmas lights, you have light, 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 light. It's a repeating light bulb, one after another. Even though they're different colors of light bulbs, that's okay. It's still a light bulb, repeating monomers in a long chain. And then my last example is going to be a chain link, or just a chain. So one link on a chain would be the monomer, and then that whole string would be a polymer. Now some other examples that students have thought of over the years include like a train car. So if you ever get on the road, you stop at train tracks, one car would be one train car, one box would be the monomer, but they're hooked together, one after another after another. That long train would be the polymer. Okay. So when we talk about monomers and polymers, monomers are your single one unit that can be joined into a chain to form a polymer. Now this step right here we actually call polymerization, where it's becoming a polymer. Now polymers also, I should draw this arrow, sorry, see if it lets me. I should draw this arrow also going back in the other direction, because I can very easily break the bonds between the monomers of a polymer, and then I'm back to monomers. So this is what happens when we eat our food. So when we eat protein, for example, protein is a chain of amino acids. When I eat that chain, that polymer, my body will actually break all of those bonds into individual monomers, and then my cells will take those monomers and rehook them back together into a polymer. So to summarize, monomers are your single building blocks that can join together in a repeating fashion to form a long chain called a polymer. The polymer is the macromolecule. It's very big. Now a polymer is made of a chain of monomers. How do we get monomers? Well, plants can make them first from air, carbon dioxide, and water, or you can break down a polymer back into the monomer.